Million Americans have already lost their health care insurance under Obamacare and are now wondering if they will be insured come January 1st. I mean, that is very much in limbo. Tonight, President Obama reaching out to some of his strongest supporters, conference call saying this fight is not over.
I've run my last political campaign, but I've got one more campaign in me, and that's making sure that this law works. And we're not backing off one bit.
Mark Thiessen is a former presidential speechwriter and a fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. Mark, your reaction to the president clearly not backing down on this law.
Yeah, no, he's got two different Democratic factions that are pulling him in opposite directions. The first faction is the one that he was just speaking to there, 200,000 people of his liberal base. And they are terrified by the failure of Obamacare because to them it's not just the signature achievement of the Obama administration, it's the signature achievement of big government liberalism. If this fails, the liberal project will be set back for a generation. And then you've got a different group, vulnerable congressional Democrats. And they're not so concerned about the survival of the liberal project. They're concerned about their own political survival. And so they are pushing Obama to fix the law, to do things like allow people to keep their plans in the individual mandate, in the individual market, which these people think is a capitulation and a betrayal. So he's stuck between these two groups, one of which doesn't want him to capitulate, doesn't want him to make changes, and one of them which could actually go off and defect and go with the Republicans to, if he doesn't do something, to change the law in ways the president doesn't want to change it.
How on earth is he going to assure the American people who want changes, who want to be protected, that he is to be believed, that his representations are trustworthy, when he's already sacrificed that trust? We saw that from the polls. And then his lieutenants in the Democratic Party, you take it beyond the president, don't seem to have a foothold in reality sometimes, Mark. And I say that because of the following example. We played this on the Friday show. Nancy Pelosi was asked about what was clearly false. I mean, the president's repeated false assurances on if you like your plan, you can keep them. Something the president has admitted was inaccurate. And listen to Ms. Pelosi juxtaposed against the president himself.
Did I ever tell my constituents that if they liked their plan, they could keep it? I would have if I had ever met anybody who liked his or her plan, but that was not my experience. As far as the Affordable Care Act is concerned, what the president said was completely accurate.
There is no doubt that the way I put that forward unequivocally ended up not being accurate.
Hello? Hello?
Ended up not being accurate. I mean, she's
but
completely out of touch.
But she is saying it is accurate, and even the president is saying it wasn't.
Yeah, she's very lonely on the Democratic side right now, and that's why she lost 39 Democrats voting with the Republicans on the Keep Your Plan bill.
How are we supposed to believe these people? She's on Meet the Press this weekend. Why are the American people supposed to believe anything she says?
You know, President Obama learned the rule of holes, that when you're in a hole, stop digging. But Nancy Pelosi's still there with her shovel, digging him further.
It's a basement. I love basements.
You know, the fact is, look, his approval rating is 39%. That's what George W. Bush's approval rating was at this time.
38% according to the latest National Journal poll, too.
There you go. And then 50% of the country thinks he's dishonest. He's lost the center of the country. Now he's losing his liberal base. Young voters under 30, in the last election, he won them by 20 points. Today, young voters under 30 disapprove of him by 20 points. So he's lost the center. He's lost trust. And the big problem for him with the trust is this is a center-right country. People gave him the benefit of the doubt because they liked him and they trusted him and they thought he had the right intentions. And when you lose that, when any president loses that, that's dangerous. But when a president who isn't intellectually and philosophically in tune with the country loses the likability and trust, then he's finished. I mean, this is very, very dangerous for him.
You know, the thing with Obamacare is it's like you don't have to take my word for it. Just sit and wait, and you'll see whether we're right or we're wrong. Because this brief tells it like it is. And these cancellations are going to come. And they're already starting to come for some of the small business world. And they're going to come more this time next year because the president granted the companies a one-year extension. Mark, thank you.
Thanks, Megan.